Chico couple living in Japan is safe, but living on edge since Friday's earthquake and tsunami. Teresa and Tyler Newton are living about 2 hours south of Sendai, in a city where Tyler plays professional basketball for the Tochigi Brecks. Earlier this evening, I spoke with them about what they've experienced last Friday and in the days following this triple disaster.
It's been pretty crazy. We started on Friday. I was at practice, and we practiced about 20 minutes from our apartment here. And Teresa was here by herself, and she doesn't have a cell phone, or we don't speak the language at all. So during our practice, the building started to kind of shake, and we were kind of looking around, didn't really understand what was going on, and then it got worse. And so I was actually the first one. I ran off the court. I ran out and started to try to get into the doorway there to try to get some safety. And things were falling out of off the roof onto the court, and some debris was falling. And so we all ran outside. And it was like I swear I felt like I was in a movie or something. It was shaking so hard that it was like I couldn't really stand up.
Tell me if this is true or not. I heard Teresa ran out and held on to a delivery man for safety.
I did. I ran outside when it started shaking, and there was one guy out there with a delivery little moped, and I ran over to him and I told him I was sorry, and I just held on to his arm while the ground shook for a good 2.5 or 3 minutes. And the scariest part is that when you see the Japanese people are frightened, you know that it's a big deal, because they're used to having earthquakes and stuff like that. And so when you know that they're scared and you know that they think it's a bad one, I was terrified.
I think our biggest concern now is that the nuclear power plant, we're only about 60 miles from the nuclear power plant, that every day they're talking about radiation's getting, more explosions and that kind of stuff.
Well, and with that said then, I have to ask, are you going to come back to Chico, the North State? Are you looking to get out as soon as possible? I know you're there to play basketball.
Yeah.
You have a job.
I've kind of been in limbo, like, are things going to get better? Do we stay? And I guess the team has been wondering if the league is going to continue, because we still have some games before the season finishes. Are we going to finish the games? And so we've been kind of waiting to hear, via our team to let me know kind of what the situation is. But I think last night we kind of made the executive decision after we've seen, the nuclear thing has been getting worse and worse, that we're really trying to get out of here, and try to get home.
Well, they tell me they're not sure when they'll be leaving, but actually right after we spoke this evening, Tyler went to a meeting with his team to discuss their next plan of action. But I think we've been reporting there's a backlog at the airports, right. Hours, days, if not weeks. So
they want to come home.
They do want to come home. That's what they told us, and it was so incredible to speak with them.
Very interesting.
Yeah.